Do we really want to give George Bush what he wants? The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Well, my next guest joins us today for our America Cooks series, and he has earned the nickname of the Chowder Guy due to his obsession with making and eating chowders of all kinds. And he's here today to share with us what he thinks is his best-known recipe, New England clam chowder.
That's it.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Is that how you say it? Chowder. Now, you grew up where?
I grew up in Boston, although I have New York parents, so I didn't really get the Boston accent, but I can turn it on for you.
Okay, yeah. Talk only in chowder talk.
Only chowder talk. All right, we're making some chowder, dude. You know, come back from a game of hockey and throw on some chowder, you know.
And then, okay, so it's really to feed you and your friends.
It is. Actually, this is really for, I was kidding. Hockey's a New England thing, but
I know.
I'm a surfer.
Oh, you're a surfer. Ah. So where, up in New England?
Yes.
Oh, where's the best surfing grounds in New England,
you know what?
would you say?
Martha's Vineyard has great surfing.
I've windsurfed there.
Okay.
That's where I learned how to windsurf.
Really?
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Water's cold, though.
Yeah, but that's not so bad. Try Maine.
Right.
Try Maine, where I go. You can't even. You can go in the ocean for about 30 seconds.
Right.
So chowder. Now, what's your obsession?
You know, I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I love it. I feel like every culture, everybody's got a chowder. You know. There's everywhere you can find seafood. Right. You can make a chowder.
Yep, lobster chowder, clam chowder. I do it out of haddock.
Okay.
I love haddock chowder. So this is a complicated recipe, not so difficult, but it has so many ingredients that I think that Ben should really start and take us through it. Okay.
Yep. Okay, we're basically layering clams here. We've started with
not just one kind of clam.
Right.
Gosh, my chowder. You know what I use? I use one big quail hog.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
One makes a chowder.
Totally does.
You know, for the frugal New Englander that I am from New Jersey.
You guys get one clam. That's it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm using also quahogs, a little smaller than a quahog, but
So these I would call
like a
cherry stones. Yeah, cherry
really more
stone.
of a cherry stone.
Those are steamers.
And steamers. I use the steamers and the razor clams because it sweetens the stock.
People are afraid of these.
I know.
Because they're so weird.
They're so strange.
Yeah, the little thin shells, and they break. But do you cook them all at the same time?
I do.
Oh, okay. So you want to put some more in there, and we'll turn that on.
Okay. And that'd be about 15 minutes generally.
Okay.
Yeah, those razor clams are amazing burrowers. They're so fast.
Yeah.
They go straight to the bottom. And okay.
And so you add water to this too?
Yep, we're going to do that
So it's about a pound of razors, about 15 quahogs, that medium size, and about 2 pounds of steamers.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. All right, and then we'll throw these guys on top.
Okay.
And the quahogs. Have you ever dug for quahogs?
Oh yeah. I dig for clams all the time. I love it.
It's so much fun.
Yep.
The quahogs.
I have a rake. I use the rake method. You can do it with your toes too.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I like when you hear the thunk of the rake on the shell. You know what? It's not a rock.
Right, and it's probably a quahog.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And
so how much water?
6 cups of water.
Okay.
All right.
So we'll just put that on high, and 15 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
That'll do it. And really, when the pot starts to, when you hear this,
you know it's
ready.
Okay. We have one that's ready over here. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, and the razor clams are so nice and white.
Yep, and they open up.
Next step.
Okay, so here we have salt pork. Now, I know there's a lot of people who don't do any meat in their chowder.
But you like the taste.
I like it for the smokiness.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we throw those in. These are actually going to be our cracklings.
So you could make it without it.
You could.
Like in my family, there's too many vegetarians to put any meat or bacon in it.
Right.
So, okay.
No, you definitely could. You know how it got started? They used to think there was no real protein in fish when they were out on the boats. So they started adding meat to the chowder.
I see.
So, but now we know we don't actually need the meat.
Okay, so you render that down until you get like little bits.
Yep.
And then when do you add the bacon?
Okay, and the bacon I do separately. The reason for that is we're not going to use the grease from the bacon. We're only going to use the grease from the cracklings.
Oh, from the salt pork.
Exactly.
Okay.
So these guys, golden brown, really pretty. And that's just for our garnish.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Nice,
Yummy,
right?
yeah.
Usually by the time you get to the garnish, there's none left. But here we go.
And especially if you have a bunch of hungry hockey players or surfer boys in your kitchen.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can move this back, and then you can just, you're going to add the bacon right to that?
No, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pour this off, okay? The reason I'm doing this will go into the chowder. But
all that fat?
Yep. All that fat. You got to remember.
I told you, this is a real hearty stew. Real hearty.
I mean, chowders were made for fishermen back in the day. So, you know, I'm trying to stay true to that. And anyways, that's going to cool down a little. You don't want to throw that directly in. And then let's just do this real quick.
You have some more. You don't need to put those in there.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Don't waste those cracklings. No.
Okay, they're in. There we go.
Okay.
Yep. And the bacon's a bit more smoky than the flavor.
So you just use the pieces of bacon rendered a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because they're going to cook in the chowder.
So it's a half a pound of salt fat and back fat and a half a pound of real bacon cut into like half-inch pieces. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll let those cook.
Okay.
And then how do you prepare those beautiful clams?
Okay.
Oh boy.
The clams. There's some tricks to the clams, which of course. Let's see. There we go. All right. Well. Okay, this I don't own a pair of tongs.
Right.
Okay.
So you burn your fingers.
You burn your fingers. It's part of the experience, so right?
Okay.
There's a nice quahog for us.
Okay.
Yep.
So we take that out.
Yep.
You take it out with a knife?
Yeah, you can actually just grab it with your fingers.
Will it come out?
It is hot though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
There.
Okay. Now, my grandfather always left some whole. You know,
I like them whole.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, some people think it's like really a lot of clam.
What about the razor clams? How do we deal with those?
Razor clams, they come out really easily. You can just kind of
Oh, these are so plump. They are these are beautiful. Wes, where did you get these fabulous clams? Wild edibles. Oh, wild edibles. Do you ever use them?
No, I usually go up to the market, to the new Fulton Fish Market.
Oh, okay.
Have you been up there?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Look at these. Now, aren't those the weirdest things? They look like little pieces of seaweed growing. Yeah. But look at that, they could grow, but those are razor clams. Yeah. So do you use the whole thing or do you peel off some of that?
I use everything.
You use everything, okay.
Just throw it in.
So do you chop this in half?
Yeah, in half is good.
In half or in thirds?
Right.
Okay.
And what I do is I save a few intact with the meat still in there.
What about the steamers?
Steamers are a little more complicated because they have that little siphon.
Yeah.
And you have to take that
off. So we
off.
take that off, okay.
Yep.
So you just peel off that black part.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
And that takes a while.
And that's it. So when we come back, we're going to finish off the New England clam chowder. Don't go away.
On News Channel 4 HD. On News Channel 4 HD.
Well, we're back with Ben Sargent from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Did you go to school up there?
Yes, I did.
Oh, where?
The Commonwealth School.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
And what did you study? Besides surfing?
You know, high school. I just did high school there, and then upstate New York, I went to college.
Well, here's the chowder, and it's smelling really good. He is known as the chowder guy. And so what's in this pot?
Okay, we have our potatoes, our onions, fennel, a little bit of garlic, and that's sauteing.
Sauteing in how much oil?
You know, just enough to coat the bottom of the pot, basically.
Okay.
Yep.
And so the potatoes get soft like that?
Yeah.
New potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it's okay if they stick a little to the bottom.
Okay, but how long?
15 minutes on this. 20 minutes
just getting them started, okay?
Yep.
And then?
Okay. And then, basically, we can throw in about a half stick of butter.
Okay.
Yep.
Lots of ingredients and really delicious. Yeah, very, very rich.
Yeah.
Make this this is really the dinner.
This is a full meal here, for sure. For sure.
So once you add the butter, you add the thyme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's thyme, right?
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, fresh thyme or dried thyme, right?
Either way.
Okay.
I like the fresh.
I'll stir and you can add.
Okay. And here comes a little dill. My grandfather went crazy with the dill. He loves dill, so that's where that came from.
So like a tablespoon.
Yep.
And then salt.
Yep. We got some salt.
Oh, nice, beautiful sea salt.
Gorgeous.
So like a tablespoon, okay.
Right. And our pepper goes in.
A tablespoon of that too?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
And then, is that the fat?
And there's our fat.
That goes in now too?
Yeah, we'll throw the fat in.
See, he's giggling. I would leave that out.
You know,
okay.
yeah. But, you know, for New Yorkers, I've had to thicken my chowder a little.
Yeah.
Bostonians like it a little more milky.
Yeah, that's what I like,
right.
milky. Okay.
All right.
So there.
Very good, very
good. So they
good.
tell you that, or they just...
Well, sometimes they look at a brothy chowder and they're like, this isn't chowder, but your spoon is not supposed to stick straight up in your chowder.
Right.
You know?
But yet, sometimes you go to a diner or something and they have chowder and it sticks straight up.
Yeah,
like
with
that.
flour. Yep.
Okay, and then what else?
Okay, so basically what we can do now is we're just going to, this is our stock, which we...
The broth from the clams?
Yeah,
oh,
and
boy.
I like to take the first scoop from the bottom, so it's real briny.
Okay.
Yeah. That goes in.
But don't scrape the bottom because there might be sand down there.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have to speed up a little bit.
Another one in. Two.
Okay. So on like medium heat here?
Yeah, medium to high.
Okay.
Yep. Keep stirring.
So now we're adding the flavor of the sea with that wonderful brine.
That's right. And
briny liquid from the cooking clams. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And the last one I just do right off the top, so it's not, you know.
And then you add cream.
Yep. And then I add our cream.
Now look at this is just a little cream. Watch this. And you could substitute just milk, whole milk for this, right?
Milk is actually wonderful.
Okay.
I mean, it's
but you like
it's fine.
6 cups of heavy cream.
I like heavy cream. You know,
Quart and a half.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We surf all winter long. So we surf at Christmas time, and you know,
yeah. So you have your wetsuits on. And, and you better wet or dry. What are you wearing?
Wet.
Yeah.
But you know, you're going to be burning calories, and you're going to be freezing cold when you come in. So a little fat, a little cream, it's going to be all right.
And then when does the bacon go in?
We can throw bacon in right now.
Okay.
In fact.
Now, how long should this cook?
That needs about 20 minutes, just the way it is
so
right
we have
there.
one over here all done like that.
Yes, we do.
And now this doesn't have the clams yet. Oh, yes, it does.
Clams are in.
Oh, yeah.
Clams are in.
Boy, this looks so great. Now, what isn't in here?
Okay, well, what we don't have yet is our Peter Luger's steak sauce, which is the only bit of New York.
How does a boy from Cambridge know about Peter Luger's?
Okay, so I'm living in Brooklyn now.
Okay.
And I tried this stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't put tomatoes anywhere near my chowder, but I will put a little
How
Peter
much?
Luger's. Ready? We're just going to do a dash, okay?
Peter Luger's. And 5 capers. Where'd you come up with 5 capers?
It's like a potion. My grandfather did the 5 capers.
Okay.
All right.
And then, that is the Peter Luger's.
That was it.
And then, Old Bay. I love Old Bay.
Yeah.
So just a 1/4 teaspoon?
Yep.
Okay.
That'll do it.
I'm adding that. And then what about that?
Okay. And, you know, again, this is from my grandfather's original recipe called
So he had his condiment closet, and you used everything in it.
Exactly. And I didn't. I couldn't take out the 5 capers. It's like I had to keep them in there.
Now, where do these clams go?
Okay. So those actually, that's just to show you, but that would be in there.
Can I put those
in? At
in?
this point, yes.
Okay.
This is going to be.
Oh, boy. So you don't want to overcook these.
Right.
So you add those.
As I was in the waiting room, they said, you know.
More salt and pepper?
Yes.
So more salt and pepper, and then scoop it into these. Oh, here's some that's all done.
Beautiful.
Give me a mug of chowder.
Here we go. Let's go.
Okay, that's
Perfect
fine.
mugs.
Yeah.
Perfect mugs. In there.
Okay.
In there.
No, that's enough. That's enough for me.
That's good
you
for you.
help yourself. I haven't surfed today. So
I
a
like
few little of those crunchies.
Yep.
And some. Oh, you have to have the little biscuits.
Yeah. And do you mind one of these going in? Just like that.
And a garnish of a raisin.
Little garnish here.
Thank you very much for being here, Chowder Guy.
Thanks a lot.
This is Ben Sargent, and as a token of my appreciation, here's a pair of tongs for you.
I have something for you.
And an apron.
Martha Stewart's Homekeeping Handbook is the ultimate guide to